In our last video, we altered reality with the Boston Bruins. So today, let's alter reality with another NHL team, the Edmonton Oilers. To explain the situation though, we have to go all the way back to the 06-07 season. The Edmonton Oilers were fresh off of a Stanley Cup final appearance when they lost to the Carolina Hurricanes. However, the 06-07 season would be a completely different story for the Oilers as they wouldn't make the playoffs until 2017.
Now that's a lot of damage!
Safe to say, the Oilers weren't very good this year. And by not very good, I mean they finished 6th worst in the NHL this year. But let's look back at a very iconic moment that happened during this season to the Oilers. The date is January 4th, 2007, and the Dallas Stars are on the road to play the Edmonton Oilers. With under 20 seconds left to play, Dallas has a 1-goal lead on the Oilers. And with the goalie pulled, the Oilers have one more chance to tie up the game. And then this happened. Patrik Stefan steals the puck from Marc-Andre Bergeron, but misses the empty net. Okay, no big deal, he missed the empty net, but there's only 10 seconds left and the puck is in the Oilers zone, right? Play goes the other way and Ales Hemsky scores a beautiful goal to tie up the game. The Oilers tie up the game with under 10 seconds left from a beautiful goal by Ales Hemsky. They send the game to overtime, but unfortunately the Oilers did lose. However, the Oilers still got 1 point from that game. Now you might be asking yourself, Zoo, why does this matter? Well, if we bring up the standings again, you'll see that the Oilers tied in points with the Chicago Blackhawks, but the Oilers had more wins, so they finished ahead of the Blackhawks in the standings. And with the Blackhawks finishing 5th last in the NHL, they actually won the draft lottery for the 07 draft. And who did they select with that first overall pick in the 2007 draft? Patrik Kane.
That's hockey, baby!
Now, on the odd chance that you don't know who Patrik Kane is, he's a 2-time Stanley Cup champion, a Calder Memorial winner, a Conn Smythe winner, an Art Ross. I could be here for hours. But if the Oilers didn't get that 1 point in the game against Dallas, Patrik Kane could have ended up on Edmonton. So today, in another NHL 22 video, let's hop into franchise mode and see if the Oilers can end their Stanley Cup winless drought with Patrik Kane. But before we get started with the simulation, the question of the day is, has your team ever drafted 1st overall? If so, who did they draft? Let me know down below in the comments. Let's check out Patrik Kane on the Edmonton Oilers. So here we are inside franchise mode in NHL 22, and like always, we're going to choose an innocent bystander to do the simulation with. Today, we're choosing the New York Islanders. And here is the Edmonton Oilers lineup, and the first line, Leon Draisaitl, Connor McDavid, and Patrik Kane.
Jesus Christ.
So like always, we're going to simulate month to month, and we'll check in on the Edmonton Oilers and see where they are in the standings, and we'll see how Patrik Kane is doing as well.
We interrupt this program for an important news announcement.
The Edmonton Oilers have declined to play this season unless you hit that subscribe button down below. We are so close to hitting 1,000 subscribers, and we're trying to hit it before the next NHL season starts. So if you love all things hockey, consider hitting that subscribe button down below. This channel's the place for you. Did you hit that subscribe yet? Alright, good. Let's continue the simulation. After the month of October, the Oilers are sitting in the 2nd wildcard spot and 5th in the Pacific Division with 10 points. They currently have a record of 5-2-0. Patrik Kane is currently tied for 2nd in points on the Edmonton Oilers with 8 points in 7 games, as Evander Kane leads the team with 9 points. Yeah, boy. Let's move on to November and see if the Edmonton Oilers can keep consistently winning. And as the month of November wraps up, the Oilers are only 2 points behind 1st place Seattle in the Pacific Division with 29 points. They currently have a record of 14-5-1. Connor McDavid leads that Oilers team with 20 points in 20 games, but Patrik Kane has a nice 16 points in 20 games. However, he is a -10. We're moving on to December, and let's see if that Oilers top line can start clicking. We are now done the month of December, and the Edmonton Oilers are on a roll as they are currently 1st place in the Pacific with 43 points. They have a record of 21-13-1. And Patrik Kane on the Oilers has started to soar as he currently has 39 points in 35 games and leads the team. The Oilers must have heard me talking smack because they definitely decided to pick things up. And if you yourself are a smack talker, there's no better place for you to be than in our hockey Discord. We welcome in all hockey fans, even if you're not a subscriber of the channel, to come in, hang out, and talk hockey. Link will be down in the description. And it's time to move on to January to see if the Oilers can keep on a roll. The Oilers did slip a little bit in the month of January as they dropped one spot to second place in the Pacific with 58 points. They currently have a record of 28-20-2. Connor McDavid currently leads the Oilers in points with 55 in 50 games. And Patrick Kane's still doing solid as he has 51 points in 50 games. Now we're going to be skipping over the month of February as there's only 4 games in the schedule, so we'll see you all at the end of March. We are now done to oh my gosh, the month of March, and the Oilers still remain in second place in the Pacific with 85 points. They're only 1 point behind the Vegas Golden Knights, and they currently have a record of 41-24-3. Connor McDavid continues to lead that Oilers team with 82 points in 68 games. Meanwhile, Patrick Kane has a solid 72 points in 68 games. We are now going to simulate to the end of the season. Let's see if the Oilers can remain in a playoff spot and qualify for the Stanley Cup playoffs. And the Oilers finished strong to close out the season as they finished first place in the Pacific Division with 104 points. They also finished with a record of 50-28-4. Connor McDavid led the Oilers in points with 95 points in 82 games, but Patrick Kane had a very good year as well as he finished with 93 points including 38 goals. This would actually be considered Patrick Kane's third best season in not only points but goals as well. With Patrick Kane and the Edmonton Oilers finishing third in the NHL, let's see if they can keep that success rolling through the playoffs. And in those playoffs, the Edmonton Oilers are taking on the Vancouver Canucks in the first round. And in that first round, the Edmonton Oilers had no problems against the Vancouver Canucks as they sweep them to advance to the second round to take on the Vegas Golden Knights. Oh god, I think I built a god squad. The Edmonton Oilers yet again have no problems with the Vegas Golden Knights this time in the second round, sweeping them as well. They're now playing the Dallas Stars in the conference finals. Never mind, I spoke way too soon. The Edmonton Oilers in fact are beatable, and 4 times beatable as they lose to the Dallas Stars in 5 games in the conference final. The Stanley Cup final is the Dallas Stars versus the Buffalo Sabres?
Wait a minute!
And the Dallas Stars win. Cool. If Patrick Kane was on the Edmonton Oilers, do you think the Oilers would be a Stanley Cup contender? Let me know down below in the comments. If you enjoyed the simulation, make sure to hit that like button down below, and if you enjoy hockey content, make sure to subscribe as well. My name is Zoo. Thank you so much for watching. Take care. You know, I really gotta keep my big mouth shut sometimes.